In this video I will show you how to sew machine stitches and cut to make openings for to make the armholes or openings for sleeves, and to make the front opening on the jacket. And first I divide my stitch number here on the body in 4, and I count so that I have 1/4 or 1/4 for one front piece, the second quarter for the second front piece, and the 2 last quarters, which will be the half of the stitches, will go on the back piece. And I have hand stitched with some leftover yarn here to mark where I have the front piece and the back piece, and this is the line that I will cut along with my scissors afterwards. So I will take one sleeve, and what I will do is to lay this piece flat so I can see the yarn I have stitched in here, and I will find the top of my sleeve just here, just before the lining here begins, and I will place this on top of the body. Make sure everything lies flat like this, and I will find a marker, in my case a knitting needle, but use a safety pin or something like that. And now I have marked how big the armhole must be. So next step is to make the machine seams. Now I have found my sewing machine, and here I have my jacket, and this is the seam. This is my leftover yarn marker, and here I have my marker for knowing how far down to stitch. So when I begin, I want to place my machine stitch two stitches to each side from my marker. So I have placed my marker in between 2 stitches, and then I count 1, 2, and here is where I will place my machine seam. And I will begin with a straight forward stitch, and I will just follow here to the best of my ability between the second and third stitch away from my marker. And now I am so close to my marker that I see and I can remember where it goes. So I remove it. And I will turn 90 degrees and I will stitch across 4 stitches. Like that. And I'll turn 90 degrees again and I will stitch up along the other side of my marker. And when I'm at the top, I will turn back. I will change to zigzag stitches and I will choose the type of zigzag where I have many small stitches in one direction before it changes and go many small stitches in the other direction. That way I will be able to secure all my yarn very well. And now I will go back the exact same way. I will follow this seam until I end up here again. So I will finish this and I will get back to you when I have brought out the scissors. Now I have finished my machine seams for the armholes, and you can see here that it has one seam on each side of my marker. And I will now remove this yarn. You can leave it in if you like, it doesn't really matter. I want to use it later, so I don't want to cut in it. And next step now is to find a pair of scissors, aim in the middle between these two seams, and cut. You just follow right between, in the middle between the two seams, and when I get down to the bottom of my armhole, I will stop a couple stitches before I get to the machine seam. So there it is, one armhole. Then I will do the same on the other side and get back to you with the next step. Now it is time to sew with machine on the front pieces to make the seams for the front opening and button bands. So I will do the same thing that I did before on the armholes. So I begin and I will stitch right between the knit stitches and the purl stitches. And I will begin again with the straightforward seam. And I'll just continue down to the bottom here, and when I arrive here I will turn 180 degrees and switch to zigzag just the same way that I did on the armholes, and I will zigzag my way up again. And when I'm finished doing that, I will cut in the middle.